Hello, this is the first edition of Blockheads. Here we're going to discuss America's social issues and economic strife and every other topic that comes along. My name is Calico Jack. I'm here with Mr.
Alan Chambers.
I am endorsing a book called Reaching Out to Touch a Stranger. It's on Amazon. It's by a guy named Reginald Tony. Look it up, please, if you have a chance.
And I am introducing a book called The Web by Paul Klein and Reginald Tony. It is an action book. I think in a couple of weeks you should be able to buy it off of Amazon.
And with that, we'll get started with our first topic today. And how about that President Biden?
Biden. What a great topic for some people.
He is our new president. He did steer us through the insurrection of January 6th. He did give everyone, most of everyone, a nice stimulus package. He is trying to increase our standing worldwide and the eyes of our foreign neighbors. Most people think that's a good thing.
I see in a lot of cases that is. But what people don't understand is that the stimulus package we get, all the money we're getting for free, we're going to have to pay it back one way or another, which will raise taxes and simply hurt us.
Well, bringing up taxes. Taxes is a good thing. Because if you know how to offset it, which a lot of things can be done, then it really wouldn't matter. But then a lot of people don't know how to work their money, so they didn't want to get mad about it. So whose fault is that? Is that Biden's or is that our own fault?
Well, if you think about it this way, you remember the Boston Tea Party?
Which one? One Sarah Palin?
No, I'm talking about the one in the 1800s. They, a bunch of Americans went over and dumped tea because of the outrageous tea tax.
One thing about that is this. If we have shown in the last 20 years, if not 30 years, we have become a land of sheep. We have tolerated so much stuff. Taxation without representation is an old phrase that should be put to rest years ago. I personally am somebody who does not believe that the statues of Civil War veterans and Civil War icons should be taken down. Because I believe that if you take them down, they should be put in a museum because it is part of our history. Like it or not, it is our history. So, taxation, representation of what you may say is a bad or evil thing, it's a thing. And I believe, hands down, that as a human, we allow ourselves to be bothered by whatever's out there.
Agreed. Talking about the Civil War and the rights, will go down to Black Lives Matter. In my opinion, personally, I think Black Lives Matter has gone above and beyond what they could have. I think it's gone to a point where they're playing race as a joke. But here with my partner, I want to find out what you think.
Well, see, you can't not touch Black Lives Matter, not touching the Me Too movement. And that went way too far. Because here you are talking about we're a culture where a guy says something to a girl. I mean, you're violating my rights. You're hurting my small moral compass. You know? You're saying that basically we can't be men anymore. So I'm saying that Black Lives Matter, Me Too movement, all of that has gone too far. Because it should not be a Black Life Matter. It should be a life that matters. But the Black Lives, this is where I would argue, even some of my other coworkers, the Black lives that are in question are criminal lives. We're talking about here. We're talking about people here who are on Harvard scholarships, running businesses, running companies, with the exception of what happened in West Virginia, and the lieutenant was sprayed with mace by an overzealous cop. The last 5-7 incidents has been someone who actually had problems with law enforcement.
It comes up to a matter that you brought up to me earlier before this video of we had a seasoned cop who recently shot and killed a young black male thinking it was a taser.
Yep, in Minnesota. Right around the corner, right, it should be Minneapolis. No, excuse me, it's Michigan. It was over there, same situation with the George Floyd thing. But a split-second decision, he's struggling. You have only a few seconds to make a snap decision. What do you do? What do you say? How many people are actually under the gun now? Everybody can say this. This is where we're going to cross ties. Everyone says, I would. But when you're actually in a situation, what would you do? With that, We're going to take a little break.
So this is what a statement we go to of we pick a value. And the value we pick today is trust.
Well, see, like if we want to end that last one up and say, what would you do? Well, that's where you have to trust your own instincts. That cop trusted she had the right thing in her hand. Situation with Black Lives Matter, people trust they're doing the right thing. But let me say this, and this is me talking off key here. Marches alone don't do anything. They haven't. It's been proven. 1,000 years of us marching, people marching in Russia, people marching in China, people marching in the British Columbia, and nothing's ever freaking changed.
I think, you'd say Russia, well, they were communists back when we were doing the Martin Luther King walk, and I think that had a lot of influence on a lot of people.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about back when we had Tsar Nicholas and the Bolsheviks, and they marched. And you know how people don't see how Russia crumbled. Well, just only have only one world family now because the people just marched to the Tsar Nicholas, and instead of him even listening to them, he had his royal guard open fire on them. And so once they opened fire on these people, the royal guard realized they were shooting their own cousins and uncles and brothers. So then when they came back to get the Tsar, the military said you can have him. And we're on that same verge because everyone keeps saying march, 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 march. Like right now in Georgia, they're saying protest with the situation with their voting laws. If that is the case, that makes more sense to make an economic impact by not using services, by not doing that, than it would be by marching.
Okay. Well, back to the trust issue. And I say issue because there's a big issue with trust nowadays. We go with we as a United States as one human body trust one person to, as I say, control us. And being in that case, it's no better than when we were fighting for our rights back in the 1700s or 1600s with the Revolutionary War. When England was trying to tell us how to do something.
But let's think about that. What were they trying to say? And have we become a better society because of that? We have a society right now, we don't know, our males are so confused, they don't know if we want to be macho or oversensitive. We got
sissy.
women who say, guess what? I'm not a woman, I'm an it. I identify with this, I identify with that. Because there were restraints that the king did put down to say there's certain things you cannot do in a civilized country. And whether they broke away from England or not, maybe that wasn't such a good thing. Maybe it was such a bad thing. Because you're saying that we trust one person. Well, that one person should be ourselves. And we can't even know how to trust ourselves because in our cues and our environmental people we see in front of us, we're so confused, so mishmashed to say that I want to be liked. I want to be respected. So I'll just follow the norm. I'll just follow the crowd. Where are you at? Who are they?
Well, in today's world, like I say, so many people are so confused on everything. I think it comes really to that this country has gone so low to a point where we don't know what we are. Which people get so offended about the truth. About trusting people.
In the truth. We'll stop right there. We'll be right back. We're back with that, and we're left off with the situation about the truth. So what is the truth? Is there a difference in the truth and facts? Or are facts actually the truth?
But can the truth be conspiracies?
Well, can it be? Well, think about that is this. People interpret facts differently. And people have been put in jail because based on facts. Stop.
Well, time has ended and we must say goodbye.
And we'll be back with you next time on Blockheads.
Don't forget to pick the like and subscribe. Thank you.